All right, what's going on, guys? We're going to go through barbell Romanian deadlift, one of my favorite exercises for hitting the glutes and hamstrings, the posterior chain, which is basically the muscles that run up the entire backside from heel to your upper back. This is like one of the exercises I would say most of my clients, or pretty much all of my clients, get at one point or another, and oftentimes they actually start with. It's a good learning lift for getting into deadlifting because it's basically the lowering portion of a deadlift off the floor. But for a Romanian deadlift, we're actually just starting from up here. So you might pick it up off the floor, but the rep starts right here with arms long. And although we can start with a sumo stance and go wider, for a basic deadlift, it's always feet directly under the hips. So not out here, shoulder width, a little bit more narrow, right underneath the hips. Pushing the knees out as we go down, not letting them come in. The wider we are with our feet, the more we can bring the knees in. So we want them actually in and pushing out, spreading the floor and screwing our feet into the ground, kind of like this, so our knees stay out. And I'm just going to demonstrate a few reps from the front. My back stays straight, my neck stays tucked, so I'm kind of looking down as I go down. And my hamstring stretch right here, which is going to be a little bit different for everyone, and I'm going to come back up. So a little fast this time, controlled on the way down, knees stay out, right back up. Controlled, and I'm right back up, hips through. So grip, making sure you're gripping tight. If you're getting really heavy with this, you can mix your grip like this. You'll have an easier time. But if you're just learning the lift and your grip is the limiting factor, I would suggest you stick with the weight that you can grip and let your grip come around, even if your legs actually find it easy. So stay with a lighter weight and focus on good form and let your grip come along the way. So as far as depth, you can watch me go. This is where I feel my hamstrings right here. My shoulders are a little bit above my hips. The lowest, some people are going to be able to go a little bit deeper. Their hamstrings may be a little bit more flexible. They may be able to get down here. The lowest you would want to go is shoulders to hip height. So we want to parallel to the ground. Below there, we're going to start to put a little bit more strain on our back. Another mistake a lot of people will make is letting the bar slip away from their legs. So you can see as I go down, I'm basically scratching my legs on the way down. My shoulders and my lats are staying tight. I'm squeezing the bar. I'm coming right down, so I'm not letting it slip away like this. And a lot of people will do that, and it's going to put a little bit more strain on your back. So keep the bar, scratch your quads, scratch your legs on the way down. Your knees bend a little bit. They're not pulling back like that. They're actually just softening. My shins, if you can tell my shins right now, they're staying vertical. So they're not backing up like that, and they're not bending like that. So that's another thing you see is you see people squatting it down, going like that or going like that. It's actually supposed to be knees stay right where they are, hips push back, back stays straight, my eyes are on the ground, and then I come through to the bar like this. The lats stay tight, the shoulders stay tight, and I'm heading right back down like that. The other thing is through the finish, a lot of people on their deadlifts, and this goes for deadlifts off the floor, they'll come to the top and they'll arch back like this. What you want to do is you want to lead with the hips to the bar, so hump the bar. And I've just gotten through basically just like that. And I'm standing straight, not leaning back. So hips finish the lift, and as soon as your glutes are squeezed, I'm just cracking a nut between my butt cheeks. That's where I'm at, okay? I'm not leaning back more. And the last thing I'll go over is back position. So you've seen me do these a bunch of times already. My back is staying flat. I got a little bit of a rounding in my upper back, a little bit of rounding in my lower back, but I'm not overarched like this, looking up, and I'm not letting this happen. If you can't correct that by thinking, tits up, or just thinking about you can think chest up, but you don't want to go too hard with that because you're going to end up looking like that. But you do want to keep it flat, abs tight, pushing your hips back. And the back should be flat like that. If you can't do that, it could mean the bar is too heavy for you. So it's like actually forcing you to use your lower back rather than if your hips are pretty weak. So just make sure that you're actually keeping the back flat like that, getting your hips through. So that's the Romanian deadlift. One of my favorite exercises for hip development, glute strength, getting around your butt, and just basically actually postural correction as well. So if you have any questions, shoot in the comments. And I'll be back next week with some more.